Just want to say congrats to the winners and got to hand the virtual game ball to my man Slick Nick with the game-saving call. He got our community on the right side of it. Unbelievable stat tonight, but then again, this is what they do in the National Fixed League. By the Packers losing at home to the Eagles, they're going to become 267. That's wins. That's the Philadelphia area code, 267. They're staying on 267 wins at Lambeau, the Packers are. And they're picking up their 135th loss. Remember, 135 is a huge number with Philadelphia sports. Carson Wentz once set the rookie record with 135 straight passes without an interception. If you look into the day Philadelphia was established in history, the numerology adds up to 135, which of course would break down to 9, but it adds up to 135, and it goes with Revelation 3, the letter written to the Church of Philadelphia, which mentions the key of David. And in Gematria, the key of David equals 135. Just so many 135s in Philadelphia sports if you pay attention like we do on a daily basis. Even so often when the line for a Philadelphia game is 135, plus or minus, it's a sign of who's winning. But yeah, the Packers picking up their 135th loss at Lambeau and staying on 267 wins. Getting Philadelphia's secondary area code. You got to love how the clock stops at a minute 18. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 118. Remember how they won the pennant, the Phillies, and made it to the 118th World Series, only to lose to the Astros on the anniversary of the Astro World tragedy. But yeah, the other thing about Week 10, the week began with a 10-7 win by the Broncos, led by number 10, Bo Nix. This is Week 10, right? 10, big theme. Then Sunday Night Football, Justin Herbert, number 10, wins and keeps the Steelers on 10 points. And, of course, Bo Nix and Herbert both went to the Oregon Ducks. And now, with another number 10 on the field, Jordan Love, the Eagles pretty much putting the game away here with that same score the Broncos game had. And again, I mean, this seems kind of blatant the way they mock you with the 10s. But yeah, if you take a look, there's 6 QBs this week that wore the number 10. And all 4 in the AFC won. They all went 4-0, including the Davis Mills comeback. And by the way, did you see the line on the Texans game? The Texans were favored to beat the Jaguars. Like, in what world does that make sense? We knew that by looking at it. We said, looks like they're baiting people to bet on the Jags with a winning record. Meanwhile, the Texans with a losing record have their backup QB in who's 5-20 for his career. How in the hell do they make them the favorite for the week? But again, it's because it's all rigged, you guys. Just imagine a group of people at a casino coming up with, I think the Texans are the favorite this week. And it looked like the Jags were burying the Texans until they got outscored 26-0. But yeah, number 10s in the AFC went 4-0, and number 10s in the NFC went 0-2. Well, unless somehow Jordan Love comes back here. I love how they paused it on 33 seconds. Of course, MNF 33. Stuff goes on week after week. But Slick Nick with the game-saving call. Nick Sirianni en route to get his 55th regular season win. That's the 10th triangular and the 10th Fibonacci number for Week 10. And Monday does like 72. If you spell out Monday as a word, its gematria value is 72. LaFleur on the verge of staying on 72 wins while the Eagles improved to 7-2. And one other thing about today, it's the 250th birthday of the U.S. Marine Corps. It was founded in Philadelphia, the U.S. Marine Corps. Of course, that's why Nick Sirianni's wearing the military stuff on the sidelines. 27 seconds for the 27-year-old Jordan Love. Remembers Thursday Night Football earlier this year when before Thursday Night Football, they gave you the big breakdown of how when Packers quarterbacks are 27 years old and they make a key defensive acquisition like Micah Parsons, they go to Super Bowls. And then later that night, the Packers had won the game with 27 points. And by the way, did you guys see what they did in the Jets game yesterday? Jets got their second win of the year, beating the other Ohio team, becoming 2-7 and dropping the Browns to 2-7, doing it with 27 points as they honored Nick Mangold. Nick Mangold's got Gematria 103, the 27th prime. We knew that game was a lock, just like we knew the Patriots beating Tampa Bay was a lock. But yeah, anyway, deja vu here with the scoring. Deja vu. Same score as Thursday night in Week 10. 27-year-old Jordan Love heaves one up. We'll see. We'll see if there's some late game heroics, but something tells me this score is ending 10-7, just like the way the week opened. And don't forget, you guys, who died before this week began. Marshawn Nealon, the 24-year-old, dead 24 days after Jerry Jones's birthday. When he scored on Monday Night Football last week, he made the score 10-7. Remember last week, all three Bird teams won in prime time. Just like all three Bird teams won in the preseason on August 7th, Kyler Murray's birthday, the Cardinal. Also, Jalen Hurts' birthday. But yeah, he made the score 10-7 last week, and then the next game of the week after his death is 10-7. They honored him before this game as well. I think they honored him at every NFL game, but it's prime time, so everybody sees it this week. And could be 10-7 again. Uh-oh. Right now they're looking at one of these NFL career-long field goals. Something tells me it's going to be a shank. The kicker's foot is frozen. All right, shout out to Slick Nick. Number 17 is going to keep it on 17 points. Congrats to the winners.